you who don't know me, I am a flight attendant for a major airline, and I have come to you today with a video on how to successfully pass your face-to-face interview. So I hope you guys are ready for these gems, and I'm gonna go ahead and start. So for those of you who are wondering about the entire interview process, I will go ahead and just put my experience out there very briefly. I completed my application June 28th, 2016. I received my invitation for a video interview the following day, which was June 29th, 2016. I submitted my video interview July 2nd, 2016, and I had my face-to-face July 13th, 2016. Once I, went through my face-to-face interview, I was offered a CJO. For those of you that do not know that term or that acronym, it is a contingent job offer upon completion of training. And my training date was August 24th, 2016. And obviously I passed training because I'm here. And I'm here to help you guys get to where I am. So here are my tips for successfully passing your face-to-face interview. The first tip is to be prepared. I remember that when I went to my interview, I carried with me a little, kind of like a folder. It wasn't a folder, it was more like a folded briefcase, if that makes sense. It's really hard to describe, and I don't currently have it, but it was a leather binder type of folder case, I don't know, and it zipped up and it was all black. And in that binder I had 2 extra copies of my cover letter and 2 extra copies of my resume, as well as any documents that were requested in my email before attending my face-to-face interview. Make sure that you know your resume. Just know it up and down, front to back, side to side. Know it, because they will ask you questions regarding your resume. It is about you after all. A second tip, as I mentioned, have all of your required documentation. You will receive the email saying, "Congratulations, we are inviting you to a face-to-face." Don't just stop reading there. Read the entire email and see what they're requiring from you. The majority of the time they might ask you for a copy of your driver's license, maybe a copy of your social, and maybe your passport. And honestly, I didn't have a passport when I went to my face-to-face, because on the email it did say it's not a requirement, but it's good to have it. So when I tell you, as soon as I landed back in Orlando, I hightailed it to the courthouse to apply for my passport so I could get it before training. Because sometimes if you don't have that passport, it can delay your training date. And who wants to be delayed? Who wants to be delayed from, taking that fabulous trip to Paris or to London or to Milan? Nobody. So if you can get your passport before your face-to-face, do that, honey, because it will save your life. Just saying. A third tip, dress the part. You don't have to dress exactly like a flight attendant. You don't have to have the scarf on, or even a red lip, or have your nails painted red, or, all of that. You don't have to do that. But you do need to dress professionally. I know when I went, I had on a two-piece, I shouldn't say full. I had on a 2-piece black suit with a black buttoned-up collared shirt. I wouldn't say you have to wear all black. I mean, I'm very certain that you can pop a little bit of color in there because it will help you to stand out. But for me, I had never done this before, and I really, before I packed to go on a, to fly to my face-to-face, I did not know anyone that I could go to and be like, hey, and I didn't think to look on YouTube. Duh. So all I can say is to be professional, It's corporate America, dress the part. I don't know how else I can put it. Make sure that for my females, make sure that you wear like stud earrings. Don't have any dangly hoop earrings because they can be distracting. I have on some regular pearls. I believe that my earrings were a little bit, I don't know if you guys can see, but I have just regular pearls. I believe that my earrings are probably smaller. And also, if you have piercings like tragus piercings or anything like that, take them out. And if you have like a whole bunch of, you know, studs going down your earlobe, take those out too. Just wear one single pair of earrings. I also wear a watch because it's always good to have a watch when you're, well, for my airline, it's a requirement. I'm sure that's true for most airlines to have a watch because it's important to be on time. If you are married, you can wear, I believe, your wedding band and your ring. If you're not, I do believe that you can wear a ring on each finger for your interviews. Don't quote me, but you do want to research that before you go into that video interview. I also wear a really small necklace around my neck. Some people wear pearls. You could do that. There's no requirement, but don't have like a whole, like, you know, this gorgeous display of jewels and stuff around your neck. It's gorgeous, but not for your face-to-face interview or even your video interview. That's not the place to design. Just saying. Another part of your appearance is your smile. Smile. That's a major part of your appearance. Smile. Act like you're happy to be there. You know, be present. Just put on that smile. Don't forget it at the door. And another part of an important part of your appearance, I have tattoos, okay? If you have tattoos, make sure that you can cover them. Make sure that you can buy makeup because they have like this derma blend makeup, or they have concealer and use your powder. Make it work, but make sure you can cover those tattoos because that could definitely prevent you from getting your CJO. And you don't want that because of your tattoos. If they ask you about your tattoos, disclose all tattoos. Do not lie. Don't lie. Because they're going to find out and then you're going to be disqualified, basically. Because it's your integrity that they're worried about at that point. And I'm sorry, but if you can't be honest about that, I don't want you flying with me either. Did I say that out loud? I'm just saying. But don't lie. Don't lie. Just be upfront and honest about your tattoos. That's simple. This is very important, so please, 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 please listen carefully. Be early. Be early. This is your time to show them that you can do one of the most important parts of your job, and that's be early or be on time. Because honestly, what I was told back in the day is that if you're on time, you're late. So just be early. Be like 10 to 15 minutes early for your interview. And also, you don't know what could happen, so just plan ahead. If you have to go scope out, you know, the route the day before, once you, because most of the time you do fly in the day before. I have not heard of it being to where you fly in the day of. Or if you're driving, make sure the day before you drive to your destination to see where you need to go. Make sure that, you know, if you're flying in, you can get an Uber and Uber to your destination the day before, just so you know where you're going and you're not lost and running around looking like, oh no, flustered. When you walk in there, you're sweating, your hair looking a mess, you're stumbling. Don't do that. Just be early. Plan ahead. Be early. And this is very important as well. This is a tip that I received on the flight to my face-to-face from a fellow flight attendant. She did not work for the company, but what she told me has stuck with me till this day, and more than likely for the rest of my life when it comes to interviewing, especially if, you know, I decide to interview for another company, which I don't see that right now. But interact. When you walk in that room, interact with other candidates. Be personable. because at the end of the day, one very important aspect of your job, besides being early, you know, and actually showing up, is going to be to interact with different people from different backgrounds, people that you've never met a day in your life. More than likely, you're going to have to, you know, be nice and talk to them and interact. And if you cannot do that, you know, at your face-to-face, if the company that you're interviewing for, the recruiters cannot see you interacting and being personable, they're not gonna hire you, boo. I've seen people walk in and not say a word to anyone, go sit in the back of the room with their heads down and not speak. Like nothing. Earphones in, and I'm just sitting there like, what is happening? Okay, you must really not want this job. You got money. I'm just playing, no. But no, they obviously didn't want it because they weren't hired. And I know when I walked in, I was like, hey, hi, it's me, I'm here, I've arrived. No, I'm just kidding. But I did introduce myself to people. I did chit chat with them. Because that's what you're gonna have to do in the jump seat, is chit chat people you don't know. You're not gonna always work with people that you know, and it's very important to be able to interact with different people. It's a very important part of the job. Now, the second tip is ask the interviewers questions. Ask the interviewers questions, the recruiters questions. I know for my company that I interviewed with, we had a video presentation right before the actual one-on-one interviews, and during the presentation they kind of gave you an overview of the company, and you know, I raised my little hand like, hey, hi, I have a question. My question was so lame, y'all. I can't forget the question because it was just so lame, and I was just like, but it got their attention. They saw me, my voice was heard, they liked me, but I don't even know if I want to share this question. My lame question, this is how lame my question was do you need CPR, like, do you need to be CPR certified for the job? Y'all, so lame. But obviously it worked because I got hired. I stood out some, so yeah, ask something else. You know, ask about you know, what type of growth opportunities does the company have to offer? You know, I don't know, something along those lines. I don't know. Think of something more interesting than my little lame question. But if you need to use it, it's yours. And the next tip is to sell yourself to the recruiter. Know that you are unique, that you are it, honey. That they are what you are, what they want. No, just playing. Just sell yourself. Have an elevator pitch. Who are you? What unique qualities do you have to offer the company? You know, simple. Another tip is to also use the STAR method when you're answering the questions. I feel that it answers the question in a more in-depth manner. That makes sense. You know, if you state the situation, the task, the action, and the result, it just shows the recruiter that, okay, you know what you're talking about. You know, you took steps to correct this issue. Also, be prepared to answer, be ready to answer questions about your behavior in a situation. Such as, what would you do if you're doing your compliance checks, which means that you guys have stood or did the safety video, and now you're walking towards your jump seat and you're checking seat belts, tray tables, and seat backs. And you've already informed the cabin, you know, the passengers, to put away all large electronics. What would you do if you see a lady has her laptop out and you already asked her to put it away before the door closed, but she still has it out? Questions like that. Simple. There you go. be able to answer those types of questions. Just saying. Be confident and relax. Just relax. Don't be too relaxed, like, you know, in your chair like this, but relax. Just breathe. When I tell you breathing helps, just breathe. And like I said, be confident in who you are and what you have to offer the company. And here is my last and final tip, because I've had it happen to me, and honestly, I was proud of them for having the courage to even ask. I'm very approachable though, so I shouldn't say that. But if you have the opportunity to speak with flight attendants on your flight to your face-to-face interview, if you have that opportunity and they seem approachable, which most of them are, the majority of them they are, and they're willing to help. If you have that opportunity, ask them if it's okay if they answer just a couple of interview tip questions. I mean, more than likely, they want you to get hired. I want you to get hired, because guess what? Boo, if you get hired, my seniority goes up and I can get off reserve. I'm just saying. So it's not like, we're not against you getting hired. So yes, ask a flight attendant interview tip questions if you can. More than likely, they are more than happy to help answer those questions for you. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video until the end. I hope that I was able to provide a little bit of insight into how to successfully pass your face-to-face interview. Anyway, if you have any other questions regarding tips to help you prepare for it, please do not forget to go ahead and drop them in the comment section below. And if you liked my bubbly personality and my calm speaking voice, I'm just kidding. If you liked the video, please do not forget to go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, well, I don't know. Everybody not gonna like you. Oh well. If you will, please go ahead and subscribe. Turn your notifications on, because I do plan on posting more videos about what it's like to be a flight attendant or how to become a flight attendant. And until next time, I thank you so much for watching. I love you guys. I hope to see you soon. Unless I get a crazy 3 a.m. check-in and I'm like dog tired, but that's another video for another time. Anyway, thank you so much. Thank you again for watching. I love you guys. Until next time, talk to you later. Bye.